I've been thinking about close relationships a lot lately, a hell of a lot. Um, New and old, mind you. And I've been thinking about children. Um, I feel like I'm past that point for the most part, but you never know. But I do feel like I'm past that point. And that's a whole nother ball of wax. I had a whole plan with some of that, and obviously, best laid plans never come to fruition, or at least typically speaking, they don't. The point to this message is I was thinking, hypothetically, if I had kids, and I've lived with a few little ones throughout the years, ex girlfriends, two different ones, two different kids, and it's tough when they walk out of your life and you know that you don't want to keep, trying to be in that kid's life because it's going to fuck up the kid. It's not fair to them. It's not fair to them. Because it's not my kid. Either way. So what I was getting at was, I was thinking hypothetically, I was talking to myself about this. If I had kids, especially these days, people are being lied to across the board. Most people believe in that shit. Most people repeat that shit. So imagine, this is what I was doing. I was imagining if I was raising a child, I would have to show them this is what reflects reality. This is what people repeat. When you interact with them, you're probably going to have to tell them, yeah, that's what I believe too, just to fit in. But this is what reflects reality, and this is why it reflects reality, and then build those things up. It's double duty for the kid, mind you. I've already done this shit. Most of it's secondhand. But I was thinking of trying to figure out, do you teach the kid the absolute fucking garbage that doesn't mean a goddamn thing to begin with, and then try to show them what reflects reality down the line? Because that's a horrible idea. That's why people don't understand what reflects reality. You get them young, you condition them, you lie to them, you mislead them, you train them to repeat propaganda, and they do. Which means, if I was a parent, I would have to, and I would want to, and it would be wrong not to, show them what reflects reality and explain that most people out there don't know what they're talking about, but they will repeat these things. And these things don't hold water, and this is why they don't hold water, in stark contrast to what does hold water. And it's intricate. There's so much to this, and people you and I know, like and love, people we bump into, don't know these things because they're repeating this shit. And most of them don't realize that. And one too many of them have had children. And they have raised their children with this shit. Because they didn't pull their heads out of their ass prior to having children. They didn't consider any of this. Now, bear in mind, if I had kids prior to 2012, and even sometime after 2012, because it took me quite a while to get what I have under my belt, under my fucking belt, I would have misled anybody in my life. And that's a terrifying thought to reflect on. Because there were people in my life at the time, in particular, prior to, that I probably would have had kids with. Which led me partially to why I'm thinking about what I'm thinking about tonight and why I clicked record in the first place. Thanks for hanging out.